My photographic process was I live in Los Angeles and I grew up in Palm Springs, California, which is not that far from here. It's just a few hours. And my family um, still lives in that area. So my photographic process was to go back home and to visit sites of specific memories, whether that was places that I would go as a kid, or places that I would skate, or places that I would ride my bike, or places that I would play, or places that bad things happened. Um, and and I would use those as sort of jumping off places to make work. And at first, I was trying to be a little more literal about it. Like, okay, in this parking lot, a friend of mine got beat up. I'm gonna take a picture of that parking lot, and I was like very sort of rigid about it. And as I did, the pictures, it just like wasn't flowing. They always felt flat, and they just didn't carry the meaning that I thought. I and so I would get really frustrated and I was like, oh, I'm leaving. And as soon as I would like be like, oh, I'm leaving and sort of turn around, behind me, I would see something. As I'm walking back to the car, I would then see something else and be like, oh, what's that? And there was something about being in that space and going through this process of frustration and letting go that then let me be open to seeing things. And it wasn't what I set out to see or set out to remember, but it was working in that feeling space and in that space of remembering that kind of left me open to make something new. And so that took me a little while to recognize that was happening and to then trust that process. But that became sort of my way of making pictures. And so I would then go out and follow the trail of breadcrumbs based on like really specific events in my history. But then making pictures, not necessarily of that thing or of that place, but from more of that psychic space and sort of, they still carried the same energy and feeling space and or symbology that that I was of the story that I was trying to tell.